You're the only reason I'm not chasing highs, chasing highs. What is love? Lately I've been wondering just what is love? What is love? I don't know. No one ever showed me. I've been on my own for too long. But if you hold me now, let me into your heart. Maybe I can start to love again and tend to my scars. Can you show me how? Can you love me with all you've got? 'Cause
Oh, we are not at the same spot.
8.
Hold on. It does not work.
6.
It's all right. We're going to find right away. We have no introduction, no decount, no 10, 9, 8. We go live right away. And we are back on the Power Play Live show with the hockey coach, your coach Frenchy, with the insider, Michael and Tap. How you doing, both of you?
Hey,
Thanks, guys.
Tap directly from Toronto. And Mr. Michael, you are where?
I'm in Nashville. Smashville!
Nashville, Tennessee for Michael. How's the weather?
It's really humid. It's
Really?
hot. Yeah. And then there's thunderstorm, like thunder, but no storm. It's really weird. All day thunder.
Oh, well.
Awesome. We are about less of 24 hours of the NHL Draft 2022 in Montreal at that moment. So we're going to talk about, of course, the NHL. Couple of news around the league, of course, we're going to talk about that. We're going to welcome a couple of people in the chat. Mr. Adam Berger, moderator of the Hockey National Show, back in the house after a couple of days off.
Hey, Adam.
He's in the beautiful Vegas city, and I bet it's hot in Nevada at that moment of the year. I'm sure it's not a great place to be during the day. And Mr. Vinny James, number 007, Vinny James, I believe is the first time. If not, welcome back in the show. Thanks, Vinny, to be with us. Marietta, Georgia, back in the house. I'm on the phone until my PC restart. Angelo, welcome back. It's great to finally see women behind the bench in hockey. We're going to talk about another new assistant GM for the New Jersey Devils, and Mr. BT back with us tonight. BT. And Denver, Colorado, Mr. John Deere, Mr. John D, back in the house, supporter member and the super chatter, Mr. John D from Denver. And Kimberly Anna. Wow, Kimberly, how you doing? Directly for the West Coast in Florida, from between Sarasota and Estero. Kimberly, welcome back. Hopefully an amazing, great summer with the kids and the grandchildren. It's not too hot on the West Coast. What about the Mr. SCR5051 back in the house tonight? Welcome back with us. Hopefully an amazing, great summer. Who would Vegas draft any ID, Michael? I don't think they have any draft in the first round.
No, they don't.
No, they're are they
don't
in
have-
second?
Second round, I think they have one pick in the second.
I don't know, man. They're not going to be picking for a while. Yeah, they have a second round pick. So where is that? It's like 40th. I have no idea.
Well, they
That's
didn't
like-
make the playoffs, so they've got to
About
be around.
48, 49.
Yeah.
Ugh, who knows?
I don't have it in front of me right now.
I have no idea who's going to be left there. Maybe a guy like Miroshchenko will fall and they'll take a risk.
No, it would be first round.
You think so?
David Goyette could be a good
he'll
one over
drop.
there.
The Russians are going to drop, guys. Like, look at
I think
the
so.
Philadelphia goalie. Like, I think a lot of people are going to play hot potato and push these guys down.
Well, look at what's happening with Kaprizov and
If you think about this, right? The draft right now are not great. Many of them would take 3 years before they become players, maybe in
True.
NHL. So to
True.
pick a Yarov at 15, no, they're not coming back anyway for 2-3 years. And to get a talented player like them, when the chance is not like, oh, we maybe never see them. It's just they would be back like normally, like because the draft is not super elite. I think they will drop, but not like drop like out of the first round.
Maybe Yurov might stay there, but Miroshchenko, I think, will drop.
I
I
why?
guarantee it would be in the first round.
You think so?
Do you
I
think
think I
Tampa
have
Bay will
more-
let it go? 31?
I think I have him around 31, 32, 33, somewhere around there. Yeah.
The only reason he's there is because he has cancer. So you're coupling the uncertainty of Russia, where they're playing games to keep, like they're playing high end games to keep all these guys. Like, do you think Kaprizov ends up getting out? I'm not confident about it.
I'm not either. I mean, they're saying yes right now, but it's too volatile there.
Yeah, we're headed into an unprecedented era. If you look like 10 years ago, Russian players like Kaprizov dropped. Like, look when the year that Kaprizov was drafted, why did he fall? Because he would have been a top 30 player. I don't know if he was
Yeah.
top 10 or anything. Like, I think he was really small then, but this is going to be really crazy. Like, I would be very surprised to see any Russian guys not currently sitting physically in North America getting drafted in the first round.
William McClary, welcome aboard.
Hey, William.
Coach, visit New Mexico. What a beautiful state. Yep, it is. Albuquerque. A great place to go.
I have no idea when it's time, but
Blackhawks fan 97, welcome aboard. Thanks to be with us. Andrew Lapage in the chat tonight. Welcome aboard, Mr. Andrew Lapage. Thanks
Hey,
to stop
Andrew.
by tonight. Duda. Welcome aboard, Mr. Duda. Directly from Carolina. And Miss Kelly, welcome back.
Hey, Kelly.
Mr. BT said Shane Wright Brett Lambert and Jagger Furcus, hopefully for the abs.
Did you guys follow our draft in the Canadian Hockey League?
Yeah.
Because, like,
Fergus.
I think there was one Russian picked in the Western Hockey League.
Are you talking about the special draft?
The import draft that we had like last week.
Yeah, but on the OHL QM, they pick a couple of players. Someone took Miro Nenchenko.
Well, I think Miroshchenko went first, right? Like he was the first Russian picked, and he was 24th.
Yeah, he took a couple of pick over there.
Plainville picked him, so that was 24th out of 60, right? So that's one. And then Brandon picked a Russian guy. That was weird because I thought he already played. That's weird. He already played in the OHL, and then they picked him. Must have re-entered. So that's two. That's it.
Yeah, it's going to be tough for them.
So, like 2 out of 60 picks.
Yep. Will be interesting how they're going to turn around about this one over there. Mr. Terry T in the house tonight.
Hey, Terry.
Ron with Kings 20. Welcome back in the house, Mr. Ron.
Ron, how's it going?
Mr. Zenith Gamin, directly from la belle région de la Saint-Georges-de-Beauce with Zayla and Caroline.
Salut.
Angela said RIP Brian Marchand. We're going to talk about him in a bit later. Arizona have 3 first-round pick, a 4 second-round pick, 34, 36, 49, 45. Do you think they will bottle for the first round? Maybe the second they could ratchet if this draft.
I mean, they might try, and they might get it if they actually try, because I don't think anybody cares about this draft as much as, like, New Jersey would be, I think, willing to flip it, but they're not going to do it for picks. The only thing I could see is would they trade Clayton Keller? We know they might trade Chychrun. So if you're New Jersey and you can get Chychrun and give up the second, you probably think about doing that.
I think they will maybe try to match up a second-round pick, a first-round pick late to go a little bit lower and the draft. And then after that, pick up 2 picks there to get a 2023 second-round pick, something like that.
I think they're thinking volume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have a ton of picks over the next 2 years.
So it'll be interesting how they're going to do. But I think I'll not be surprised they try that way, like the Montreal tried to go with 26-33.
We can ask. I'll ask my.
I heard this afternoon that they're in conversation with Montreal for that 3rd pick. That would be very nice. I don't know what they would want in return.
I don't know how Montreal can pick. I don't know how Montreal can get a second-round pick, a third-round pick, or top 5 in that draft without Hurt, Caulfield, Suzuki, Byron, Coley.
He would. I mean, if they're picking,
it's almost impossible. I don't know how they can deal that way.
You think that they want to go from 3rd to 1st and pick right, or who would they pick?
No. I just heard that they were in conversation this afternoon. Again, This is just hearsay, right? With Arizona, and the conversation was about the 3rd overall pick.
I'll get
now,
my phone.
I don't know. Again, I don't know what they would offer them.
I don't know.
That's
we're gonna ask Intertap.
Find out.
Wow.
Cedric Valois, welcome aboard. Thanks to be with us tonight.
I mean, it's crazy because everything is flying today in the social media.
Mr. Renault, welcome aboard. For Mike, why was Major Penny only dropped in the 6th round if you have 40 goals and 100 points this draft year?
I don't even know if anybody really understood how good he was. I mean, I think he
Maybe
was just a
because
hidden gem. Like he was, even in the NHL, did anybody know that guy was going to be a 30, 40 goal scorer?
exactly.
But
I
again,
think the big
why do you think they became a sixth round whatever?
his height.
I mean, if you look at, yeah, like
It was his
he's not a
size.
big guy. He's like
Yeah,
5'9",
5'10",
5'10",
5'10".
and
Yeah,
and he does. It's not like he's fast, and you don't think he's got like a rocket of a shot, but he scores.
yeah.
Now I'd say he's pretty fast. Like he's a lot quicker, but I don't think at the time I wouldn't have even said, "Oh my God, everybody missed the boat on him."
Would
I
you
didn't know
sign
he
him
was.
a 5 year, $6 million?
Yeah, why not? That'd be cheap.
Do you think he would be a top six or about a top nine?
I mean, he should be top six. I think he's a good second line winger.
I just
He
worry about durability, like
does he have a
sustaining
lot of
this
in,
pace over a long period of time. Because usually, unless you have the physique to go along with it, it's hard. You get battered pretty good.
I
So
don't know.
six
Like
year,
now he's like about 5'10", 180. I
yeah,
mean, he was a good player in Barrie.
yeah, yeah.
You know, he did have big numbers in Barrie. Like he had two 100-point seasons. So I don't know how we all missed him. I mean, the guy scored in the AHL even. Like he's never not scored.
No, this is the first year in NHL he's called 35 goals. Before that, he's only called 17, 18.
Right, but he had 18 goals in 56 games. He had 17
Right.
goals in 60 games. He had 8 goals in 44 games. In Stockton, he was point a game. In Stockton before that, he was 46 points in 39 games, 41 points in 66 games. So the guy's like scored everywhere he's been.
But that's a lot of money for $6 million for maybe the guy plays second, third line.
For second line, that's great. I can't see him playing third line. Why would you have a guy like that on the third line?
No, he'd have to be a second. But again, I
Now you
just
have
question the
Kachuk, Toffoli,
durability.
and Medjepeni.
On what? The left wing?
Yeah.
See, I would put Toffoli down.
I was gonna say because honestly, like at this point in his career, he's probably better than Toffoli.
It's just because if you give him $6 million, how much Kachuk he get? $9, $10 million?
His dad's gonna be mad at me. But
I don't know. I think
Tyler's,
it's a lot of money on that one for $6 million. I would not go over $4, $5 million for sure.
I don't know how you keep him for that, but maybe.
Because again, yeah, too many golden. I think for this year, too many players make the like Kadri. You give him $9 million. How many times he's going to repeat 87 points?
None,
He
but there's a
won't.
difference. Like one guy is a 1990 birth year, and the other guy is like a
Oh, he's
1996.
26 years old.
Yeah, he's a 96
Yeah.
versus
But
a
do you
90.
think he
Like
will score 30 goals plus for the next 5 years?
he could.
He
He
should
could be a
be. He
25,
should
30 goal
be.
scorer, I think.
He should be a 25 goal scorer.
He's scored everywhere. If you look at his goals per game, he's very high. Like even if you average him out last year, he probably would have had 25, 27 goals.
Well, he's
For me,
slowed
I think
down.
55.6 million dollars. It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
What? Really? 55 points with 25 goals, I would take for $6 million.
If
No.
he's
55 point. I'm
again,
not talking about the goal. 55 point.
But if you
I
look at the way
question
this
not so
guy
much the
produces,
money.
he's like 50-50 almost, right? He's like a 25-30 assist guy.
Yeah. Again, I repeat. It's just like, can you repeat this on 5 years at $6 million? I think because if you make a mistake, now your salary cap is screwed after that because you need to find another left wing. And how much money you're going to get him? He's going to be on the third line at $6 million. That's a lot of money to carry on for the next 5 years.
But do you think the cap is going to continue to go up?
I'm sorry?
Well, I mean, I would anticipate
should.
that I think that, in 5-6 years, the cap is 92 or $94 million. So I think that's not bad. Like you're hedging against future cap space based upon increase in revenue, which I think is kind of baked into most of the model.
Yeah.
So I think it's not bad. I don't know. It's that would be a risk I would take. That's a hard player. Like, how do you replace that guy?
I understand when you point of view. It's like me. I have two things. Can he repeat again? And then after that, can he deserve $6 million? That will be a little bit. I would be a little bit concerned about to give right away $6 million. He's still a RFA right now.
Yeah.
So
for me, it's durability because of his size. I just don't know, if he can consistently do this for over the next 6-year period.
So for
Like,
me, as a
do we
GM,
have
I would offer him a bridge contract, 2 years. That's it.
So, is he
Right.
going to take 2 years at $5 million a year?
See, I wouldn't mind giving the 6.5 if it's just 2 or 3 years.
$6.5 million per year.
But
No,
you're
for-
locked in, and then
for
you've
just
got
2
like
or 3
escalator
years.
at the end. That's not going to work.
Over 6-7 years, it's tough. It's
Yeah,
You're
long-term
gambling.
contracts. But I mean, if you can get this guy for, I don't know, if you get him 3 years at 15, 16 million, do you think you would do it?
how much?
Like, I think 6 million for short term is painful too, because then at the end you're going to lose the guy. He'll be unrestricted, and then you're out. So I don't know. It just depends.
Yeah.
Like,
We'll see. Anyway,
tough call, right? It's those kind of players that can, to your Pierre's point, like, it can screw you up down the line, because if the guy goes zero, if he goes
Well-
to zero, then you're in trouble.
we'll see what's happening with him.
It's like I think of Gallagher, right? I mean, he went
Right.
3 or
That's
4
comparison.
years scoring 20, 25,
Yep.
goals, and now we don't know where he is.
All right, Monsieur SLATER, welcome aboard. It's because we are already like 20 minutes behind. Welcome aboard, Monsieur SLATER, and we talk about a guy who's not going to make the playoff tomorrow. Do you think the Sharks would be a good team with a new GM? Do that? They have too many money. It would take too much time.
my
Do that to
gosh.
come back. They have to. If I was him, he would try to rebuild that team.
Yeah.
If he's
yeah,
smart,
absolutely.
he just tries to like eat salary and get assets or young players and just go for it, because it's, you try to build around Hurdle, and you try to get rid of guys like LeBlanc. You do everything you can to get rid of Burns. I don't know if Carlson's tradable, even if you eat half of it.
Yep.
Maybe. The term is ridiculous. You try to get rid of Couture and eat like 3 million of that 8 million. And you just hold on to Hurdle and Meyer, and you build around them.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to follow with that story the next couple of weeks, what they're going to do during the week, everything like that. So, Joseph Leham, welcome aboard, directly from Texas. Francois Pitre, welcome aboard. Look at Meilleeuр is like a ghost. Nobody talk about him.
He'll never play in the NHL now.
He had no contract yet in NHL, so
How many women
I
were
think
hired
so.
in the last 2 days?
it'll be interesting to see what they're going to do. He's right now in Montreal training, Francois, and that's pretty much what he'll see after that. They're going to sign him next year, before June 1st. So it'll be interesting how he's going to do after that.
He's going to meet
we-
Fedotov on the Russian front line.
What's
Sorry?
that?
He's going to meet Fedotov on the Russian front line.
Oh.
The Hawks gave away. I'm doing all right in our top. Salut, Matt. Welcome aboard, Matt. Rams Bergeron. I think Montreal would pick right, but I have a feeling Cooley will end up being better players.
It's very possible. But
Yep.
right now, I don't know. I keep looking at it like the price is right. And no pun intended there. But you know what you have in front of you. You have a nice, beautiful SUV. You've won that prize. You're going to be okay with it. But there's that temptation to go behind door number 3, which you don't know what's there, and could have a higher ceiling. Like, oh, you're going to win a Corvette or something, or a Ferrari. But you could also win a 10-speed bike. That's what I see in Slavkovsky.
Yeah.
There's
We'll be interesting about this. Renaud Mailloux is a stud. He just doesn't want to sign with Abs since they are in by drafting him there. I don't think so. Renaud, he never get an offer, so it's not like Montreal offer him. No contract so far from him.
The guy that drafted guys.
So we'll see. Joseph Lahem said, confirm a rumor or BS about this. The last rumor from a French-Canadian RDS, the Montreal select Gerard Slavkovsky. So will be interesting how this is going to turn around about this one over there. Andrew said, no worries. And attack right goes first. So we get C2, Coley number 3. Danny, welcome aboard. Thanks to be with us tonight. Don't forget, guys, to click on the like. I have 36 people, only 22 likes. That'd be good. Salut, mon Matt. Merci d'être avec nous ce soir. Thanks for asking.
That impactful that you would pass over Nemec? I don't get why everyone's so like Nemec has always been better than Slavkovsky.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if we see Nemec go number 2. I would not be surprised.
He's a right shot D, so maybe that's not an ideal fit for New Jersey.
New Jersey,
right? But if, I mean, you can look back at their history in major tournaments, and who's the leading scorer? It's not Slavkovsky, it's Nemec.
Yeah,
he's a D man. Like.
Brandon T said, welcome aboard, Mr. Brandon. I don't think teams concern themselves with size as much as speed and skill these days. The game has changed for the smaller men.
It's swinging back the other way, Brendan. Like,
yeah, it has. You're right. But the problem is, come playoff time, the smaller players have a harder time because of the style, the way the game changes in the playoffs, the grind of it. And you don't have to look much further than, you know, somebody like Goudreau was not overly impressive in the playoffs.
Is Matthews a little guy? Is McDavid a little guy? Like
no.
Kaprizov's not tall, but he's like strong. He's just super elite skill, you know. So I don't know. Like, you're starting to see that the big guys. We had this thing where we would pass over big guys because that's not the skill guy, and now it's going a little bit the other way where we're like, oh wait, these guys are fast and they can play. So I think you're right. In the end, it's about hockey sense, speed, skill. That's what matters, and compete. Because sometimes big guys, that's my concern. My only concern with Slavkovsky is in tight, if he doesn't have space, because we know, like Puya-Harvey, he's got speed. Like Puya-Harvey's got speed to burn and he can shoot the puck hard. But in tight, he can't maneuver.
I know they're going to correct him, but one thing he does a lot, and he was not good, he tried to go 1-versus-1. And in NHL, maybe not at the World Championship, but when you play NHL, the cap control is so tight, he's going to have a difficult time if he does not change the way he plays. That's coming from Greg Ramsey. That's the one thing he needs to improve, is really to understand an NHL, the pace is faster and he cannot go around because he likes to protect the puck a lot. He tried to keep the puck a little bit too longer. So
it's not.
I'm sorry.
And you hit it on the head, Pierre. If you go back and watch him in the World Junior Championships twice. Now he was young, granted, but he was also 6'3", 6'4". Then he was the same size. He's filled out. He's grown faster than anybody. Why does he have 0 points in 2 World Championships? It's exactly what you just said.
Yeah. Well, be interesting about this one over there. François Pitre, Adam, and Renault is down. Kendre Miller, a foundational piece of the Rangers dynasty.
I like him. He looks great.
He had a good playoff, too. I was very impressed.
Yeah. That's a
21, 22 overall pick, I believe. And they draft up. They move up to get him, the New York Rangers. So that's helping them. He showed a bit more. He's another big guy. 20 bucks! John D did it again! That's the best shot! John D! Chop, 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 reverse! Here we go! John D! Did it again! John D! Super chat! Welcome aboard. Thank you, Mr. John. Again, did it again for the Hockey Nation Live Show. Here we go. That's a good one about this. But I'm a big fan of the Jack Hughes. Mangiapane is above 240 easy. And our top, what do you think about Mike Greer, Michael, in our top?
I like Greer. I think he'll do well for them. But as Michael said, I think they're going to have to dismantle much of that team before they can get to any level of respectability. And if he can bring in the right personnel to help him out, I think he'll do well because he's a very intelligent man. He knows the game and he knows the talent very well. He's even Kevin Weeks spoke very highly of him, and was very pleased that it's a positive movement as well and a good movement for San Jose.
It's a super tough assignment, guys. The guy has been front seat to watching the GM and the assistant GM.
Yeah.
He's not been an assistant GM, and assistant GMs have been in the AHL, the NHL for like 10, 12, 13 years before they get an opportunity to be a general manager generally. And he's walking into an absolute hornet's nest with a roster that is just, it's got aging talent with massive salaries that are going to be very, very difficult to trade on some long-term deals. And they have no, I don't know. I don't know how they get flexibility without giving up a lot.
Getting
and that
rid
might
of.
Right. It's going to be ugly. So this might be a super tough assignment, and I think they've got to be patient with him for two reasons. You're talking about incredibly difficult moves to make, and he has no prior relationship with any of the other general managers. So that's real tough. So unless they're going to be merciful and like, oh, I'll do you a deal, I don't think NHL GMs do that.
Yeah. They would be smart to surround him. Like if they went the route of Montreal, where they put somebody in there to help them out, maybe a senior advisor to, that would make sense. Because it seems to be also.
I think they will. Yeah. Wouldn't they? That would make a lot of sense, right? Like,
makes sense. Yeah.
If you're picking people just because of the way they look, that's not fair to him, because that's a real tough job, man. Like, is there a tougher job in the NHL right now than fixing that lineup? So I hope they put someone experienced in to help him.
I think they want to go outside the box. Listen, his dad is 30 years in management. His brother had another 20 years in management, everything like that. So for me, he have a really base foundation. He's been really great. Like, if you see on Twitter, about like 60, 80, 100 plus NHL wish him good luck, everything like that. So his result of connection is bigger what we think he is, because he played in NHL, everything like that. So for me, it's like, look, I think the time to be patient right now for at least 2 years, and I think he's going to clean up. I think he was going to clean up, like Kevin Laback, and he will go like all the players until they get. The only one really is hard is going to be Carlson. The rest, I think he can maybe buy one or two of them and say, look, this is going to be a 7, 8 years, 6 years.
That he's going to appear like, you could be an excellent, experienced general manager, come in, and you're going to have to pull a couple miracles off and get some favors. When you say patience, 2 years is not patience for this guy. They better be really patient for him, because it's going to be very unfair to my career. That's going to be a 4 or 5 year patient deal.
Yeah. Of course, the owners will decide really what he think about this.
It's one thing if he had
this.
come into the situation and all he had to do was just rebuild it. But he has to dismantle it first, and that's the hard, tricky part. Yeah, because otherwise he does have the management skills. He strikes me, like I said, a very intelligent person that he can do it. But it's like you said, I think it's going to take 6, 7 years at least.
Don't forget, guys, to click on the like. That'd be great. We still have about 20 people did not click on the like. Which team, in my opinion, has the toughest schedule this year? Honestly, compared to baseball, compared to football, they play the same number of the game. So the only toughness is usually when they have back-to-back game and 3 game and 4 night. The NHL has almost like the same ratio of the back-to-back game. Could be 1 or 2 games, friendly, everything like that. So you have not really a toughness schedule like a NFL football do that. So that's the best thing I can tell you about this.
What did you guys think of the signing of Middleton today?
What was the number?
3 years, 7.35.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I think so. 2.4, 2.45 per year.
Yep.
You know,
And
solid.
that top 6 defense, like he's a 5'6", right?
Yeah,
Do you think he's higher?
exactly. He adds
I think that's-
some strength and
Yeah, I think that's a good deal.
yeah.
Wrong with King. If New Jersey want Cooley, do Ab switch first round pick with the Devils?
Why?
Yeah.
I don't think so, Aaron, because
How would that
Montreal
work?
does not go for Cooley. So they will honestly they will wait for Cooley. And I don't think so they want
Yeah.
Cooley. I think New Jersey can go with Slavkovsky or Nemec on my eyes.
Yeah.
Man, I would pick Nemec if I'm them. I don't get like they have Zaka, they've got Holt, they've got Hughes, they've got Heeshire, they've got Brad. Like you've got all these guys, and it's not like Brad's big or Hughes is big or like just get another D. They got Hughes coming up. I get that. Is Jack's brother? Is Luke a right or a left? I think he's a left, right?
Angelo, I would say to you, he bring a good
so.
point. Maybe Cooley can play with New Jersey as a winger.
Yeah. So I mean, getting another right shot prospect the caliber of Nemec would be real good. I think Smith and Hughes on the left. And
My problem in New Jersey when you have Jack Hughes, Nico Shire, now you have Cooley, Dawson Mercer, and they're all small. Yeah, Tatar. They don't have the big now. You have, of course, the
team.
Sakharovich, and but I think that would be good if they can get like Slavkovsky if they want to get a top 6 and not take Cooley.
maybe.
Or
I
Nemec.
would not. Yeah, or Nemec. I think I would pick one of the Slovaks if I'm them.
Yeah, that's definitely. Mr. K, Mr. K, welcome aboard. Thanks to be with us. Thank you, Mr. John D, again for your super chat. Le Kerimaki de Detroit is wasted at 8.
Well, I think when we did the mock
possible.
draft, guys, that's who I picked, right? Like I picked
Yeah.
him at 8, and I passed on Yurov because of the Russian thing, and I think that was before Fedotov, that was before the Kaprizov news, and I guarantee it's not going to be the last of that type of news we hear. So I think that's probably, if he's there, that's who they grab unless there's a real surprise.
All right, so let's go that way. Nemec is out. Cooley, Slavkovsky, and Gauthier, right?
Yeah, Cutter.
Now Gauthier is out. Savoy is out. And Kemel is out. Pick number 8, you have Chirecek, Likimariki, and Marco Kasper.
Well, Jiricek's pretty tempting, so I kind of think Jiricek's real interesting if he's left there. I'd be
Kasper is
surprised
too,
if he's
though.
left there. Casper is like that could be a real dark horse. He's German,
Yeah.
right? German?
I'm sorry?
Is he another German player or is he
It's Austria.
I think he's Austrian. I think,
Austrian? That's what it is. Yeah, I really liked him, and he might be an under the radar guy.
Oh my God. I'm telling you now, for me, is my wild card top 10.
Yeah. Kasper,
Yeah, I think he's like very interesting, and I'm very tempted every time I see him. I'm like, well, what's the difference between him and the Lekamaraki that he can shoot the puck? Like he might have the best shot, most accurate, get it off. So if you're thinking I need goals, then you go for him. And I guess the
he's
question
more
is
of a
what
sniper.
right? And what is Casper? And I don't know. Does he end up being a third line guy? Do they need more centermen in Detroit? That's
Minimum.
the thing.
But again, Casper, I'll be honest with you, Michael. If you become a playoff team, a 6-1, 6-2, 4 checker like him, physicality he has, he's maybe with Carter Coachy the most top 10 players right now, play the most physical on that forward.
Yeah.
When I looked, so I did this exact same mind thing that you're doing, which I agree. So I was like, if I get Casper, can he play the wing? And I don't know how to
Yes.
project him on the wing. You think he can play the wing?
He's right now scheduled
He's played on the
center
wing.
winger now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then that's in his favor because personally I think you've got to pencil in Rasmussen somewhere. I really do not believe Veleno is going to be less than a third line, and he might end up flexing up to second. So I don't know what the negative. This guy had 8 goals last year in his first full year, and he split time. And then Rasmussen looks like he's going to pop through to 20-25 goals, and then you got Larkin. So where's this guy fit and when? He better be able to play wing, and that's why I look at Lekamaraki because I like. Well, if Zadina is gone at some point or scores, it's one of the two. If he's a perimeter player, I don't think this guy's a perimeter player. He goes to the scoring areas and he can shoot like really well. So maybe I don't know. But Casper could be a much more versatile player. I really like him. He's very interesting. But if
RJ Calabro, welcome aboard. Renault.
Is Jiricek less than number 4 in the NHL?
Sorry?
Does Jiricek end up being less than a number 4 defenseman in the NHL?
No. I think he's got the potential to be a 1-2. Like maybe not a 1, but definitely a 2-3.
I think 2-3.
A 2-3.
Which one?
I think
Jiricek.
David Jiricek to me is a 3-4 is really what he ends up being. But I don't see him below
Possibly.
a 4.
But he's solid defensively.
He's tall and skinny. He's a good defenseman. He's got an active stick. He's smart. He can skate real well. I don't know if he's got high-end offense. So that's why I'm like, this is a 3-4.
No, he doesn't. Right now, he doesn't.
3-4 defenseman in the NHL right now. You're like, thank you.
That is right-handed.
Yeah, and he's a right shot.
Yeah.
Renaud asks you, would a US-based team give out exaggerated bonus with tiny salary like Toronto, Montreal did for Tavares, Price or not?
I don't know what that accomplishes.
I don't know.
I think it only comes into benefit when you're going to buy them or move them, right? It's like, okay, we'll eat the bonus and you have a small salary and you deal with the cap hit.
Yeah,
So
I
if
don't
you're
know.
gonna move them, if you're thinking this guy's old and I got to move him, I get it.
Dixon Automobile Group, welcome aboard. Corey Perry have one more year with the Tampa Bay Lightning. Pas sûr que Shader will prendre draft as US, Andrew. Mr. Yann Jeannet, welcome aboard. McDonough to Nashville, do you have any insight on this? Why, well, like in Tampa Bay, I know the left the side defense solid and flat cap area maybe. I thought it will stay. So you want to know why McDonough went to Nashville?
I think it was a good pickup for Nashville. They always have the option after this year they can buy him out if it comes to that. But I mean, he's going to add to that defense. They're already a solid group.
William, the only reason they move him is because of salary cap. They are too tight and they need more money to pay Palat, Nick Paul, and other UFA they have or RFA, William. So it's really about the salary cap for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Mixed with this, Sergachev at that moment is ready to pick the spot at McDonough. So to have because they want to pay a long term. What we heard today by Brisebois, he want to give more money to Sergachev. They have 2 other players, Colton and someone else, Cirelli. They want to give them a longer contract, 5-6 year with a team, and that's the money with McDonough open up that possibility also with Audrey.
Did they hang on to Killorn, you think?
I'm sorry?
Did they hang on to Killorn?
To Curran?
Killorn.
Or Killorn?
Yeah, do you think they'll hang on to him?
I think they have 1 more year to go, so maybe they would keep him if they have enough money. I think they're going to buy out Philip Myers, and then after that, they will see if Killorn. The prime right now look like Palat is really in demand.
Yeah.
So Sometimes you say, yeah, but
It's going to cost them.
you know what I mean? I can stay here at $5-6 million, but I maybe get $8 million somewhere else. And at 5 years, 6 years, that's $12-15 million.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I win the Stanley Cup twice. So I don't know. I think he will think twice. J'ai trouvé 2 personnes à regarder et c'est la chaîne. Merci, mon Yann. Andy Kouivoula, welcome aboard.
There goes.
Auntie,
Parfait, mon Yann. Dixon, so the second pick maybe grow to be a 6'8" winger. How many of them are there in NHL?
How is he going to grow to 6'8"? This guy's been the same height for 3 years.
Are we talking about Slavkovsky?
Slavkovsky was 6'3", 6'4" when he was like. If you go back and look, he grew 6'4" when he was 16. He's the same height. He's not going to grow more. I don't think
he's 6'4" right now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now he's 222 though. So I think he was like 205 pounds.
220.
So he's packed on. Yeah. Well, now, but when you look back when he was 16, he was like 6'4", 205. So he hasn't grown taller. He's not going to grow taller. He's not going to be 6'8", I don't think.
Yeah. No, but he's talking about I'll grow to be a 6'8" winger. How many? So the second pick maybe grow to be. Oh, yeah. You talk about second pick. Yeah. No, I don't think so, Dixon, about that one over there.
Not too many.
I'm right all day.
Soderblom next year. Third line winger.
She's very knowledgeable about hockey, Danny. Okay, I call Chanel Tap. Jose Duarte, welcome aboard.
Hey, Jose.
Merci, mon Yann. So what's the point? Now the people I try to get something, but is the hype Slokaski getting preferred in Mechanism? Dixon, I'm a small look good this year. Last Renault, Cherichek pick over Slokaski.
No.
I think you picked Slavkovsky over him.
Nemec, yes. Jiricek, no.
Right. Like I think Nemec has a higher hockey IQ. He's got better offensive skills. And if you look at his offensive production against the best talent, older than him too, by the way, like playing in the World Juniors at 16, 17, and then 18, the guy has been in every international tournament, including the U18s. Like he played U18 and he played World Juniors in the same year, and he was the leading scorer, I think, on that team, if I recall.
They're both 2004s, though, right?
Yeah, they are, but I think... Yeah.
No, Cherichek is 2003.
Really?
I think so, yeah.
No, not Jiricek, Nemec.
Oh, yeah. Wait, is Jiricek 2003? Yeah, he is. You're right here. So definitely you're picking Nemec, man.
Yeah.
Because he's November birthday. Yep. That's a good point.
Yep.
He better play in the NHL next year. He's a bust.
Licky is small, look good this year. And last about this one over there. What do you think about Tyler Myers to the Buffalo Sabres?
Philippe Myers or Tyler Myers? Oh, Tyler Myers?
Tyler.
Why would they didn't do this, did they?
No.
He came from there. They're not going to go back to that. They have no need for Tyler Myers. They've got Power and Dolan, and then it doesn't really matter what else they've got there. Like, people don't understand how good Yokoharu is, like an excellent 3-4 defenseman. He's got a bit of an attitude problem, but he is a good player. I don't think they need any more D. I don't think they need Tyler Myers.
Francois said that. Hopefully the name is good. Do you think Montreal should take a chance and pick Kenta Aizogai?
I don't know much about him.
What's his name?
I think he's a cricket player.
I don't know.
Did you say a cricket player?
Yeah.
Oh, is he? Oh, okay. That makes more sense.
I have no clue. I don't know if it's autocorrect or whatever. I have no clue. I cannot remember how you see his name. And again, I could be wrong here. I don't have no clue. If we can look about this, Francois. Andy, do you think Cosmico could be another Tkachuk in the future? He just signed a player with the Vancouver Canucks, 26 years old. I'm not sure if you talk about Datsyuk. He did pretty good KHL, but you talk about Pavel Datsyuk is really high level.
Yeah, and he was over here pretty early. Like he was a lot younger than people realized when he came over.
I think he's be fine, but now to get that level, I'm not sure. Ramsey loves Stokowski. Yes, reverse, triple dance, Tero. If anyone saw the interview with Tortorella, he said the Flyers was split red and then training camp would be tough. I'm happy with I'm coach what the Flyers need. They will train the culture for sure about this one over there.
You guys realize this guy's a 1996 birth year.
Who?
Kuzmenko?
Oh.
Yeah, he is not young.
No.
Mr. Steve G, welcome aboard. Oh, Mr. TH, welcome aboard. Thanks to be with us, Mr. TH.
Hey, TH.
And Mr. Dan Hashem, directly to the Winnipeg, Manitoba, is on the house. Welcome aboard. Don't forget to click on the likes.
The Runway Kings, you already have a dad to make you better. His name's Kaprizov.
And we try to bring that to Flowers. We heard that news, Duda, about the Brinkat with the Flowers. That's another team they're looking for. I still believe, Michael, I understand you smile. The New Jersey should trade the second pick for the Brinkat.
I don't know why you wouldn't. I mean, you know you're getting 40 goals. He's small. That's another small player there, but you don't know if any of those guys are going to be 40 goal scorers. You definitely know DeBrincat is.
And I guess him and Jack Hughes together, that'd be amazing.
Yeah. Or Heeshire even. Worst case, if you have Heeshire with him, I think he'd be able to score 35, 40 goals.
I don't think the problem's New Jersey. I think they'd be willing to do it. It's Chicago holding out for more.
Well, they would have to throw in a Ty Smith and a pick, I bet.
It's funny, I was going to say that. I was going to tell that over there.
I think that's something. I think something like that.
Do you give them the second round pick with the Russian goal defenseman and Pavel Zacha?
Mohamedulin?
That's
well, if you think you're not going to get Mohamedulin out, which is a real risk right now, you go, I will trade you Mohamedulin on the second pick for DeBrincat. He's never played an NHL game. He might never.
Right.
But that's my point.
That's a big gamble.
That's why I would keep Ty Smith.
Yeah,
I think Chicago.
But Chicago would probably want Ty Smith.
Yeah.
And they should get him.
Don't forget to click on the likes. I feel back right with me as they have. Why did the Islanders get 3 games to schedule against the Rangers this year?
Nobody likes the Rangers.
It is that happen the age every year because the number are they have to flip 4 game, 3 game, 4 game, 3 game every 2 years. That's the reason they age because they are 15 team on the East Conference. Yeah, 7 teams. So that's the reason they works that way at the age.
Yeah, the scheduling is fair in the NHL. It's not like you were saying in football where there's a weakness from year to year.
Yeah, but the point behind that is you can have the same kind of number with exactly the same team. That's the point.
Right. Yeah.
That's the point behind that one over there. Coach, where does Fleury go?
He stays in Minnesota.
You think so?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially now with Fiala gone.
Yeah, wouldn't surprise me.
Should Fleury, Giroux, and some other, for instance, land to Toronto to help on down the cup?
Why?
They don't have no money, Renault, so they cannot do that.
How are they going to fit that in? They can't.
Maybe they should go to Minnesota. Like if you had Giroux and Fleury in Minnesota. But now with, you got to make sure you're going to get Kaprizov out. Because without Kaprizov, that team's not a playoff team.
So the question of Ron, he said he have a difficult time to understand why the Tampa Bay, why the Devils going to go 1 and Montreal's go 2. What would be the purpose for Montreal and what is the purpose for the Devils?
They
Well,
wouldn't. I think they would do a deal to who picks what. They wouldn't swap picks. I
yeah.
can't.
I mean,
Like,
the only thing, and that's why they're keeping this very hush hush, is the fact that there's that uncertainty whether Montreal will pick right. And so if New Jersey's really after Slafkovsky and they feel that Montreal might equally go for Slafkovsky, they might try to switch positions. And that way you're guaranteed that you will get Slafkovsky in the first spot.
Now, here's the point behind that run I would add. Because Montreal select number one with all the reporter in Montreal, everything on that, and carry on this for the rest of your life with number one, with expectation, everything like that. They said if they can get Shane Wright number two, he don't have to carry on this on his shoulder and say, oh, see, he's not number one and everything like that. That was another way they can go lower and to get that way at the same way that way. So it was informed by Ken Yu, but it was a little bit what they was talking about this since they talk that way. And I think it's smart at some point in Montreal.
I mean, I don't know what you would have to do to make that swap, but
Yeah.
Probably have to throw in a late pick with that.
Before we're going to go on a couple of news and then we'll come back to the questions. So don't go nowhere. Don't forget to click on the likes. You're still missing about 15 people would click on the likes. Brian Marchand, RIP, passed away today, only at 53 years old. Really sad news. His wife Kim, his son Mason, or no Mason, and his daughter Logan, Mason Marshman, right? Michael?
so my immediate thought goes to Wade Belak. It goes to Mark Ripien. It goes to Derek Bugard, and you worry that this is another guy that was a warrior in the game. And is it related to that? Because he's not very old. Is it a CTE issue? Is it, who knows?
It's really strange because we never heard, for me, I never heard he was very sick.
No, I know.
Was
It
he
came
even
out of the
sick?
blue.
So,
I don't think he was. Like they said, it was quite sudden and quite surprising.
yep,
But
I
they
agree with
didn't-
you about
they-
this one there. I have a testing for you guys because I'm shocked. But maybe Michael, he knows that team. He will set right away. And our tap is good on that one there, guys. We have a test right away for you guys. Who is this goaltender?
Ooh.
Sorry, wait, hold on.
And that shot, I cannot see it. But
Rutherford.
if you know this goaltender, let me know.
Is that Jim Rutherford?
Who?
Jim Rutherford?
No.
Greg Steffen?
No.
No.
Smokey McLeod?
No. You don't
Gilles
believe it.
Gilbert!
I
I'm
cannot
not
believe
sure I've
it.
seen. Who is it?
Who is it?
Ken
Chevrolet?
Allen.
Oh, Ken Holland?
Oh,
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I
I
never
don't
know he was
remember.
Ken Allen. Like I was
I
shocked.
never saw that mask before.
yeah, the mask is different.
Yeah.
I used to love, growing up, guys, I love goalie masks. Like, I
Yeah.
would want to go down to Exhibition Place and I would try to go into the old Hockey Hall of Fame and see the goalie masks. My parents were like so
Yeah.
mad over
Here we go. The season opening schedule is up. The Friday, October 7th, the first game of the NHL, and with a Saturday, October 8th. I should go there. I'll be in Thailand, so I'll be close. But that's another story. But honestly, October 10, Mr. and Artap have to be back in the lineup because the schedule starts Tuesday, October 11. So we're going to be back with a warm-up show. And that's all the schedule you get. Toronto play in Montreal, the first game of the season for the Montreal and Toronto at the same time. Then probably our other Rangers. You can see the follow on that one over there. And then if you want to get your team schedule at home, when they play, that's all right there. That give you an idea when they play at home. And the schedule was out today about this. We talk about this situation. Jake Middleton resigned with the Minnesota Wild. But what about this one, guys? Adam Bogvis signed, of course, with the Columbus Blue Jacket. 22 years old, 22 points last year. 23 maybe now. Good defenseman. I think that's great for them to get them for 3 years, and he's going to be a great. I love this kid, honestly. For me, you have a lot of potential in NHL. Any comment about him?
How much was he signed for?
I don't. It's 7.75, I believe, for the total.
Wow,
Okay.
that's a
A
steal.
lot.
When he was drafted, I really liked
that's a
him.
good-
When he was traded, I'm
yeah.
like, you guys are underestimating how good this guy is. He had 11 goals and 11 assists in 55 games. So I think the
Yeah.
key for him is he's always been a slight guy. He has a lot of similarities from Pierre to at the same age, Shillington, but I think he might have a higher hockey IQ. But he's got a very similar skill set and physique. But I like him. I think he's a good top 3 defenseman. And
2.6.
2.6. Okay.
That's a good deal,
Yeah.
man.
Yep.
That's a good deal. Yeah.
Talking about New Jersey, now Kate Madigan become the assistant general manager of the Tom Fitzgerald. Another great asset for them, of course. And then the Montreal Canadiens announced Danfous Carbonneau, Nyland, and Patrice Brisebois to become ambassador for the team. And then this is our 3 amigos are going to be ready for tomorrow night. We talk about Wright, Sarkowski, Logan Coley, and Savoie. And then this is one of the 2. Montreal maybe pick one of the 2 then for tomorrow night. And we'll talk a little bit later about the NHL Draft 2022. This is the template we have for tomorrow night, where we're going to have some kind of contest tomorrow night. Casper is Australia, the age. Let's move on now for the people in the chat, everybody. Casper is to remind everyone, please refer the coach to as a coach. Don't know. Then send a number. Marchand Dad from Florida, Renault. At just 5 minutes. Good evening, gentlemen. Dan, welcome back. Are you guys talking about Brent Marchand? Yeah, we talk about him. It's kind of looking good for Calgary, my second favorite team. Sorry, Cap. So, Brent Marchand. Rick, welcome aboard, Mr. Rick. Thanks to be with us tonight. Rick said, hold on, I'm going to fix this one over there. Oops. Here we go. It was the night before draft day. Nothing was stirring around a mouse, so the stocking was hung by the chimney with care on the hope the St. Hughes make a right pick. Right, Rick?
Well done.
About this. Gators, welcome aboard. Rock Tim Gators is going to be in Thailand. I think he's leaving tomorrow. Gator, have an amazing, great trip. He said Trey Killorn to the Florida Panthers. Welcome aboard again, mister. Everything on that. Palette at $8 million.
What?
Yeah, that's
Come on.
good. That's probably where it's going to be. Like it depends
No, really?
where the guys like
What?
Goudreau and those guys come in at.
Anyway that pays that's way too much money.
He never
but,
scored 30 goals in
the worst
NHL.
time- I know, but the worst time in NHL history is at the UFA.
He's old.
Teams will overpay.
He's
Not
31
now.
years old.
Yeah, he's old. He's done. You're not going to pay that guy that much.
I'll
make
be
it a
shocked he
2 or
get
3
this.
year deal?
First of all, guys, listen this. 18 goals, 15 goals, 17 goals, 8 goals, 11 goals, 17 goals, 16 goals, 16 goals. His first year in NHL at full time, 23 goals.
Yeah, there's no way. He's like a
Yeah,
$5 million
but-
player.
But he's a clutch scorer. You can't deny that.
Man, if you get to the 3rd round of the playoffs.
I still believe
that's the kind of team that would do it, though.
Yeah, at the
during his career, his best season, 63 points in 2014 with 47 assists. I would
Yeah,
never
right.
give him more at $6.5 million, and I'm telling you right now, I will go below $6 million.
that is a lot.
31 years old, right? And he's going to be 32 next year. Yeah, I will not go over $6 million.
Somebody will. Somebody will go over 6 for sure. For sure.
I don't see it.
But They gave what, 6.5 to Coleman?
What did Kokaniemi get? I forget.
Kokaniemi?
Kokanemi is at 4.4.
Yeah, he is now. When they got him,
They got 6.6 for one
there's
at first time.
There's a big difference between those two.
Coleman at 29 years old, he got $5 million.
There you go. I mean, I wouldn't give it. I'll be honest with you.
And
But
Coleman,
somebody's
like,
gonna
guys,
do it.
got more gold at him in the last 5 years. So I don't know.
Yeah.
That surprised me. Mr. Francois, welcome aboard. Francois Pitt, Kenta is okay. Now you remember, I remember him. He's the guy was straight all the. He was doing all the trick on the YouTube channel, Francois. If I can remember, at 8, 9 years old. If my memory is good enough for that one over there. I think it's 5'9" or 5'8".
He might be a bit taller.
I got it now. He's coming.
Who is it?
Kada Aizogai,
It's okay.
Oh, the
5'11", 17 years old. He have 22.59 game. And for the USHL, look, if he get picked 6th round, 7th round.
But that's an old league, right? Like usually players that age don't play in the USHL. 17, he's pretty young to be in the USHL. But I don't see him being a high pick. I mean,
Right now,
No.
he select 167.
yeah, for just North America. So this
Well,
is the
and
kid
it's a
that was
prospect,
born in
like,
Japan, right?
That's a 6th rounder.
Yep.
Was he play Youngstown? Yeah, Youngstown. Hey, I'm glad he came over.
Luke Lefferson, welcome aboard. Thanks for being with us tonight.
Hey, Luke.
Why would he go to the Flowers? They have nothing.
I don't think they have nothing. I think if you put Ellis, Hayes, and Couturier back in that lineup, and Farabee eventually comes in, they are a very competitive team.
No, but what he get? I think what he said is that what they get in return. No.
You're saying why would he? Well, it said they have nothing to get back. Is that what he means?
But that's what I see. I think I tried to figure out another way to say that. Why would he go to the Flowers? They have nothing.
Well, there's
So
two ways
it's
to
not
look at that. One is they're going to acquire him and then they don't make the playoffs because they suck. The other is, like you're saying, they have no assets, which may be tough because a lot of their assets have graduated, and I don't feel like they've really restocked them. Like, do you project Morgan Frost as a top 6? It's tough to say, right? Do you say you don't want to move Provorov? They've already moved the young defenseman. Like, Myers was a bust for them. Hag didn't really work out the way they projected. So I don't know. They would have to move a Cam York. So it's not they have nothing. Like, do you want to give up a Cam York? Because if I'm in Chicago, I'm like, give me a first-round pick this year, Cam York, and I don't know, connect me.
I don't know why they will do go there, but I can understand his point of view about this one there.
Sense in a lot of ways.
All right, Andy Kuivula said, why not Reimer going to the Oilers for 1 or 2 years as holdover for more UFA goalie choice next year?
Because Edmonton needs a real goalie.
For more than just
Like,
a
not
year.
a backup. Not a guy that's up one game and down another. They need a guy that can really, really do the job.
I think they'll address it though. There's a couple scenarios.
Ken Olin worked
Cam-
on this for the last 2 weeks. That's what he said.
Yeah,
Everybody said he's
I-
looking right now for Campbell, Uso.
that's right. Yeah, that's what I heard.
Neither. I mean, you would need both
No,
Campbell and Huso.
Well, the hope is that Skinner is not that far off,
He
and
might
that
not be. I
eventually,
don't think he made a jump last year.
yeah. So if at some point he takes over, be it next year, not this year coming up, and Campbell can
He,
hold him for about
he might.
50 games, and then you can.
Kevin, welcome aboard. Thanks, Kevin, the first time. Will Rush go with the diff again? Number dollar pick.
Russ.
I tried to read. Will Ross go with
Who's
defensive
Russ?
again?
Russia? No.
No,
Russ.
it's a team right now. Ross go with this. I can try Arizona, Seattle, Ross, no. Flowers, Columbus, no. Senator, no. Detroit, no. Sabres, no. Ducks, Ross, Duck, no. Sharks, no. I don't know, Kevin. I apologize. I will try to help you on that one. I cannot do it yet about this one. Joseph said Mohamed Dulin is in the USA right now.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Oh, so then if Muhammad Dulin's here, I don't know, man. Like, he's a very
That would-
intriguing player.
Oh, he's a great
Do
hockey
we know
player.
he's- Yeah, like he's big. Like when he was drafted, Pierre and I were there. We're like, who? Who the hell is this?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Then you
We have.
saw him and you're like,
We could not pronounce his name.
Oh, I know who this guy is because he can shoot the puck, he can skate, he's big, he'll rub you out. Like you go, who wouldn't want this type of defenseman? And then he's played pro the last 2 years,
Yep.
maybe 3.
He's a solid, good, big defenseman. I think he reminds me a lot Miller, Kadri Miller.
Sorry, who?
Kadri Miller for the New York Rangers.
Keandre?
Oh, Keandre.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kadri.
Maybe.
Maybe a little bit more offensive overall, but I think that's the kind of
He's a little
players.
more offensive, not as big, but he's very similar. Like he'll rub you out. He's a really good defenseman. I mean, and he's got offensive instincts we didn't know about.
Definitely
very
about
good.
this one over there. Angelo, top draft goalie will be Brennan.
Yeah. I think
Lenogan.
the
Where do you
first-
see them going to draft a by who?
They'll probably go early
Not
third
second
round.
round.
I
Second
don't
or
think
third
they'll go.
round.
Yeah,
don't
late
like this
second,
result.
early third. I'm still up in the air between Brennan and Lennon.
Montreal select 75 pick. Tyler Brennan.
Not a
I
bad
don't see
idea.
him. I don't see him as an NHL goalie.
So I'll be the best one for Montreal because they have 62, 66, 75. Ali has something
I'll
else,
still
but
take Lennon and
I think that would be interesting to see that for sure. Otherwise, they beat between 80 to 100 Angelo. Middle of the third or late in the third. I think that would be the guess one about this. Question, need 16 team in the East at Houston or Indianapolis?
Why?
we have
They have already 16 team, Renault.
yeah.
Both division have 16. Question, could Carter Gauthier be a good fit with the Flyers?
I think a lot of teams are asking
For
is
any
Cutter
team.
Gauthier a good fit with me. Like he's a very intriguing player.
Yeah.
Gauthier guy with Tortorella? That's the kind of player he loved the most. He loved big 6'3",
Yeah.
Yep.
hit hard,
Offense.
force checking hard, go in front of the net. Is a skill, talented, of course. I think this
Likes
kid
to
could
shoot.
be a great pick for the Flyers.
Yeah.
For some reason, I got a phone call from someone in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Does that seem shaded to you, Pierre?
That's maybe Adam.
Adam, what do you
Okay,
call
that's what I was thinking. It makes sense to lock down the player we want to try and pick. That's what happened. Not a problem. Mr. Sibren, that's the best thing. Good luck and success to you guys. Thanks so much, Mr. from Siberia. Say hi, hello to Oleg. Our friend Oleg is in your area, by the way. So thanks to be here.
just got a
Do we
note
miss
here.
Cruz? Did we miss Cruz the goal? I don't know. But Cruz the Ghoul, here we go. Cruz the Ghoul, welcome aboard from UK. He said Jim Rutherford, Tim Chevalier. That's the talking about the picture. We are just giving. We are behind. Mike Liot, Mike Vernon, Doug Favell, Glenn Howard, and someone said in our tap. No, he's not. Coach Kenda Isoge is a Japanese native player who play in the Fadon. Yeah, we got it. Chris Osgood about this one over there. Joseph.
You're the wrong era. Like,
yeah. Joseph, welcome aboard. I would like to see Gallagher 26-33 pick 2 Vancouver for JD Miller and then flip him to New Jersey for the second overall.
No.
Do you know what? Miller signed a contract with Vancouver.
He has
8 years.
Oh, he will. He will.
It's almost done deal. Player. Like it's 99.9.
Good.
Really?
He's a good player.
Well, it was Vancouver all along that wanted to try to get rid of him. It wasn't JT Miller wanting to leave. I think he enjoys it there.
Get rid of him?
Yeah, it just sounded from the sounds of it. It just like they thought they'd have some salary issues. So
yeah, that I got. That makes sense. But he's like their leader. If you listen to the guys
so
in the dressing room.
But that surprises me because they just finished signing
the Swedish kid,
Bowser,
Brock
Besser. Yeah,
Brock Besser. I thought
and they have to make room for
Bo
Horvat as well for next year. So that's
and then in
tight.
2 years you have to take Elias Pedersen.
That's right.
Was he signed for that short of a deal?
Pedersen 3 years last year.
It was a bridge, yeah.
Yep.
I heard the players don't like him very much.
But we'll see about this one. Real deal, sub 3 first round, baby. Yep. Izuge is very interesting. He's the first Japanese player with a decent size, good skill, set amazing speed. Of the first time he played against Real opposition, he's progressing. Yeah.
Yeah, I think his numbers look good to me. I mean, I have a player that's an 04 that we drafted, but ended up going USHL, and he had very similar numbers, and I consider him a very high. Actually, he's an Asian player. He's Korean, but so there's another one. They're about the same size, 5'11", and they had very similar numbers if I look at it. And I think that kid's got potential to be a real good player.
Fleury won one more cup. Fleury and Buffalo. I don't think so. Quebec won a long-term 4-5 years. Is not cheap. Is a risk with 2 inexperienced goalie if you go with Uso.
There's no great answer in all this. If I'm Edmonton, I seriously think about Kemper.
From Elliot Freeman, he said he's looking for 4 years at $6 million.
I would take Darcy Kemper over Jack Campbell.
He's still in Colorado, Michael.
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
Are they going to sign him?
Yeah.
Yeah, appears that way.
Yeah, I would too.
Luciano Graziano. Toronto Maple Leaf is in the house, Michael. Watch the...
There isn't much better out there. That's the problem.
Here we go. Andy Campbell says the same thing. Good night to everyone. Mr. Grooves the Cool, we apologize. We just see you post. So thanks to click on the likes about this one over there. We're getting down. We are running match, everybody. Q panel, do you think Montreal draft a goalie?
I don't think they care. I mean, maybe, but like, there's nobody impactful.
I think they will try to get one.
You know what? Given the situation about goaltending, I think it's imperative that teams try to draft a goalie, even if it's not a good year for goalies, just to have that competition at the junior level. Because some of these goalies are becoming a little bit complacent, thinking that they're the next to rise to that team. And if you don't have that competition, you don't improve your play. I think it's good that you constantly feed into the system with a goalie.
Well, so I just want to comment on this one. Of all the moves that were made just to put females into executive places, that's the one that made the most sense to me. So yesterday there was a move to bring a skating coach by Seattle into the AHL, and I'm like, okay, like Great. And then I said to the person, I would rather have Haley Wickenheiser teach me how to skate than this person. And then Dr. Haley Wickenheiser got hired today.
Yeah.
And I was like, see, I told you that's who you get. She's one of the greatest female players ever. Like, who's better than her?
Yeah. Oh,
You
yeah,
can't
absolutely.
We have, thank you, Brendan Sikora. Thanks to join us tonight. And Michael, I know you're not going to be there tonight. So, because we have about 12 minutes, what is expectation? What do you think what could happen tomorrow? A lot of action or no action?
Yeah, I think there are going to be a lot of people that will make moves. I don't know if I think it gets a little thin at some point, and even the players that are near the top of this. So you might see some surprises where guys, will move up dramatically because they're like, well, what's the difference? I like this guy better. I think he's got more ceiling. I'm willing to wait. And I think that's what the type of draft is. And then others are going to be like, none of these guys are going to change my lineup. They're not going to move the needle. They have the most value they've ever had. I'm going to move the pick. And I think you'll see both of those things happen.
Yeah. Let's try together. We have some people in the chat right now. I don't know how many we are. I'm not on the anyway. Let's go with all three together. Let's go for quick 1 to 32 is 10:20. So I think we have a couple of more minutes to talk about this, and we don't have no other news. What we just talked about. If you are Montreal right now, I'm going to go back and forth with each one of you. I will start with Inata. Montreal, pick who?
Well, I'm going to stick to this all the time. It's right for me.
All right. Mr. Michael, who do you take? Number 2, New Jersey Devils.
If I'm New Jersey, I'm taking Simon Nemec.
Who? Simon Nemec?
Nemec.
All right. I got it. Do the app draft more players or they try to sign more bigger player if possible? How do they draft more players? I don't know. We try to set a run. Or they try to sign more bigger players if possible.
I don't know what to do. Like bigger names or
size, maybe he's referring to. I don't know.
Size. I don't know.
Well, one's a proven commodity. If you go for a UFA, I assume that's what he's referring to. Whereas the draft is always gamble. Yeah.
All right, Arizona, Mr. Inatap.
If I'm Arizona, I take Logan Cooley.
Logan Cooley. All right. What about you, Michael, if you go with Seattle Kraken?
Well, considering who we've got off the board, I think you take Slavkovsky at 4.
Slavkovsky is just out. Look at Fortune at 3 for Cooley. Let's move on with the Philadelphia Flyers, Mr. Inatap.
I would take Cutter Gauthier.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah, I was thinking either Jiricek or Gauthier, but I think Gauthier might be worth jumping at.
Yeah, especially for Philadelphia.
Thing, but the 03 thing bothers me.
I'm sorry?
Well, I mean, Jiricek at number 5 is very interesting if you're Philadelphia. I think they could use the defensive depth, but I don't pass on Cutter Gauthier at this point.
Yeah.
So who do you take for Columbus?
I tried to add
thing. Let's look at Columbus's depth.
That's a good idea.
The question of Ron is that do the app try to use more the draft player to play, or they go out and sign other player to play for the team? That's what the question is.
Abs just draft and draft and draft.
Yeah.
So if you look at Columbus on the back end, Werenski, Gavrikov, Bachvist, Jake Bean. I don't know how high we are on him. And then in the system, they don't got much. So I think that because they got Tim Burney and Marcus Bjork, and I don't know, like, do they have another big name defenseman? So I think you take Jiricek.
Yeah. I would agree with that.
Who we take numbers fifth? Gauthier.
Jiricek. Yeah, Goche, and then Goche to
Goche.
Philadelphia kind of surprises some people.
Yeah.
He's a big boy. I think that'll be worth it.
All right. After that, what we got?
And then Juracek to Columbus.
And we are who is there now?
For
So
Ottawa,
that takes us to Ottawa. So
this is really tough.
it is.
I mean,
I would take. Wow.
do you take? I don't know. They got a lot of D coming up. They got a lot of forwards. Like they're just stopped. I mean,
Yeah, they do. Like I would almost, I would trade it.
I would trade it.
Yeah,
But like, if you're just gonna pick, like the best player left to me is probably Savoy.
Savoy
And I
is
don't
what I
think they
was
need
thinking
him,
too.
but I think he is
Yeah,
the best player.
yeah. Okay, let's go with
And
Savoy then. And you got Detroit now.
so this gets really tough. Like to me, it's like
Do it, Michael.
Merci, Nicolas.
Kemmel would be rated around here. I'm not sure I'm in love with Kemmel. Like, do you think like Casper played in Sweden, but he played in the junior 20s, right?
Yeah.
And then Kemmel played in for Jokerit. Is that who he played for? Or who did he play in Finland? See, the only guy that played Kemmel was the only of those guys that played pro last year. He played in Liga, right?
He did, yeah.
And he had 15 goals in 39 games. I think I go Kemmel.
So who do you, Kamel?
Normally I would go Urov, but I think Urov's going to drop to the end or the out of it just because of the Russian factor right now. To me, I would have picked Urov, but I think we go Kemmel just to be safe.
All right.
And you know what? The dark horse is Casper.
Yeah.
And out top?
Who do we have here? Buffalo?
Yep.
Shane Wright.
So, yeah. I would go with, for Buffalo, probably, you know what? I'd go with Casper at this point.
All right. Michael, Anam Ducks.
Kevin Korchinski. Defenseman from the Seattle Thunderbirds.
Element, San Jose Sharks.
Look, Kerry Mackey.
Yeah, probably.
And that shot, you'll continue what you're doing, Nicolas. That's good. Like it.
For Columbus?
Columbus, yeah.
Man. Ordinarily, they would be chomping at the bit at Urov, but I think that you'd go safe and you go maybe Lazar.
Nazar.
Yeah, Nazar.
Yep. That's what he said.
Casper's gone. Yeah, I think Lazar. Or Nazar.
Islanders.
Sorry.
The Islanders.
This is a weird one. Brad Lambert.
TH, you just he got still. TH said I'm go with Islanders Nazar.
Oh, did he?
You know what? Maybe, man. I'll put Connor Geeky there.
I think that's a good pick there.
I was thinking of a defenseman, perhaps for the
I know
Islanders.
there's not
but
really like
Winnipeg
who's left
Jets.
there? There's the Russian kid that played in Saginaw. I don't know if he's here though.
Madikov.
So yeah, exactly. He's not bad. What about so Winnipeg, right?
What
Well, I
do
don't
when do you
think
get Lambert?
Didn't we say Lambert? Oh, we didn't.
no,
I-
he's still there.
I actually like if I was, I probably would. I would not be shocked to see him go to the Islanders, but since he's not,
yeah.
I don't think he fits in Winnipeg at all. I kind of wonder if they go Matejchuk, the defenseman from Moose Jaw.
Yeah.
That's what the
That's
age
what I
said
was-
right now. So which one you take Winnipeg Jet?
Matejchuk, the defenseman from
Yeah.
Moose Jaw, is what I was thinking.
Mentikov?
No, Matejchuk.
Matejchuk. Denton.
Yeah, Denton Matejchuk is from Moose Jaw.
I'm sorry, I put the name is there right now. It's
It's,
not a big deal.
I'll spell it Mateychuk.
M-A-T.
EY.
Like Edward, Y like yo-yo, CHUK. Matejchuk is a left shot defenseman.
Vancouver Canucks.
Probably.
This is Rutherford now, right? They pick a
yeah.
woman.
I think they need some defensive help there. I'm gonna go with
Oh,
Mintyukov.
Pavel Mikyukov.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would grow his name, though, but it's not a big deal.
Oh,
Sorry.
your template.
He's never going to show
Yeah.
up anyway.
I got it.
Mintu Cook. If you're going to go Russian, you might as well go Yurov.
Yeah, that's true.
But I think this kid's already over here, right? Did he?
He is.
I don't know. He's always played Russia.
He played in the OHL this year, didn't he?
Yeah, but he was always played in Russia before this.
So who won Buffalo take?
Whew, Yurov. I think they take a risk on him. Or do they take Lambert? But I mean, is Yurov a lock to play in the NHL, guys? Like, do you think he's capable of playing in the NHL no matter what? Or could he be complete bust?
I don't think it'll be a bust. I just don't think he's ready yet. I mean,
I don't think he's a perimeter
Actually-
player, and he'll do it.
he's a 2003 as well.
Yeah, that's the thing.
So he has he has to play.
Look, I don't see him. I think he's similar to what you see with Zadina, where Zadina is like considered a perimeter
Yeah.
player.
So Nashville, go with who?
For Nashville, I'll put Snuggerud.
I'm sorry?
Well,
Snuggerud.
I can't hear you. I'm sorry. I was just...
Jimmy-
Snuggerud.
Jimmy
Both of you
Snuggerud.
talk each time. Okay,
Jimmy
do it again.
Snuggerud.
Naguru?
Jimmy Snuggerud.
Snuggerud. Jimmy Snuggerud from the U.S. development team. I'll type it to you. Hold on.
Jesus, I can see it.
SNUG.
Here, I put it in Facebook Messenger for you, Pierre.
Really? Make ruin.
Snuggerud.
Snuggerud. Screw this guy. We can't pick him. Can't pronounce his name. How are we going to pick him? God, this draft stinks.
The only thing, well, why you don't give me this? Hey,
What? I checked. I sent it to you in Facebook Messenger.
I don't have my Facebook in front of me.
Oh, well.
Is
You
it
want me to spell it?
Roger, the first name? Roger?
Jimmy.
Oh,
S-
Snuggerud.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah,
All right.
that's it.
All right, got it. Dallas Star.
They pass.
They pass. Straight to Montreal.
They're like, this this draft sucks. We're not interested in participating. So I don't know. I would be really tempted to go to Isaac Howard here, but he's kind of small.
Nobody think about the Sweden, Olgren Aslan.
Yeah, you
I was,
stole my
I don't
thunder.
know, like, what is he?
I
Liam
want him to go to
Ogren?
Washington.
Listen, Liam Ogren is, in my opinion, a third, fourth line player.
No, not Liam. Noah Ostlund.
No, oh,
They played on the same line. They played on the same line.
yeah. I don't mind him.
I think he's
never
a bit of a
played
dark.
like he played.
He's a bit
he
of a
didn't
dark
play
horse.
pro, right? He played at the U18s and he did not produce anything, guys.
So which one you take?
I take Isaac Howard over him, but I think so. We already
Howard?
picked Lambert, didn't we? Did anybody pick Lambert?
No.
Pick Lambert.
Lambert to
Nice.
Dallas.
Yeah, that's a terrible fit, but
I think it's too late.
Really?
Minnesota.
Minnesota, I'll take Isaac Howard.
Yeah, that's a good pick. I like him.
Howard?
Yeah, Isaac Howard.
Yeah. Next one, Washington.
Oh my God, Miroshchenko.
I'm going to cut his name.
Miro.
Just put Miro.
Miro.
M-I-R-O.
This is way too high for him, by the way.
I think so. Only because, of the situation.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
cancer is a
at
problem.
one point, wasn't he paralleled to be in the top 3?
Oh, for sure.
Oh yeah, top
Okay.
10 for sure.
He's
Here we
definitely
go.
top 5.
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh, I'm going to go with
Austin Lemieux.
let's go with, I'll take Noah Ostlund.
Bum, 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 bum,
And I'm Ducks, second pick of the night.
Jeez.
They took a defenseman.
Man, I don't know these players. Let's see. I don't know that guy. Oh, this is the kid from Moose Jaw. I don't think that's good. Well, I would say, what's the Czech kid? That Kulik. Is he still there?
Who?
Yuri Kulich. Kulich.
Centerman? Yeah.
It's Filius, right?
He's
It's Yuri.
He's
Not
Czechian.
He's Czech, yeah. Kulich.
Oh yeah, Kulich.
Yeah.
Something like that.
It is it. That's it.
Who do we have now? St. Louis?
Yeah.
God, I don't know.
I'm going to go defense here. I'm going to pick up, let's go with Owen Pickering.
It's big.
Fits that team. And they need a little bit of size on defense.
Minnesota Wild again.
Did we pick the Swedish kid, the Ogren guy? Yeah. Take Liam Ogren.
No. Yeah.
Olgren.
Yeah. Why not? Nobody's losing their job for taking Liam Ogren. Certainly not Bill Guerin.
What do you guys think about Seamus Casey? Maybe Michael answer, and then in our tab tell me what you Toronto Maple Leaf. Oh, in our tab, Toronto Maple Leaf. Check your tomatoes and your head, mister.
Oh, let's see. For the Leafs, I would take.
Who's the American kid?
Casey is a good
Yeah.
player, Michael.
But he's tiny, right?
Yeah, I think the second round early would be out. I think he's 5'10", no?
Is he 5'10"?
Yeah. I think
Yeah,
you
that's
talk
not
more
so
about
bad.
Luke at Hudson.
You know what?
Yeah.
I would go. I would go with a centerman, and let me reach a little bit and go with Luca Del Belbelus.
Oh wow, Miss Saga.
Yeah. Yep. OHL.
A bit early, but I understand.
How good is Philip Massar?
He's inconsistent. That's the problem. He's
Yeah.
good, but he's.
Mon- so you gave Debel Belzou for Montreal Canadian?
No.
No.
For
Okay.
Toronto. For Toronto.
All right.
I don't want to ruin our franchise.
I know. That's what I was curious. He's size. He's
Just
6
kidding,
foot.
just kidding.
Michael. He's 6 foot. Casey.
Is he
Yep.
Who?
really?
Yep.
Seamus Casey? I always thought he was like 5'9", 5'10".
I think. I'm sorry. Maybe not the same. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. It's not the same.
You know, the kid in Moose Jaw, the forward is very interesting. Jagger Furcus. He had a real. It's not big,
Yeah.
but he had 80 points in 66 games this year.
So who do you get
Okay,
for
Joe.
Montreal?
Firkus Furcus. The Furcus Circus.
I think they call him a Jagger.
Yeah, Jagger.
Jagger, yeah. Nick.
Yeah, Casey is 5'10".
Is he? Yeah. Makes sense.
Here we go. And after that,
Oh boy.
Okay, who is it? Arizona?
What the? Yeah, Arizona.
Arizona. You know what? Again, it might be a bit of a reach early, but I like this guy on defense. He's got good size. Noah Warren. I think he's 6'5", 225.
no, he's 6'3". Maybe in
No, he's 6'5", 225.
6'5". Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, you guys, you surprised me a lot right now.
It's getting pretty thin.
The last 3 pick, I'm like, wow, this is over my head. But
Last 5.
Listen, they're gonna close their eyes and pick these last 3.
so who do you pick now?
So it's Michael's turn.
What about McGroarty?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Who?
Rutger
McGroarty.
McGroarty. It's MCGRO.
I will give him that name like that.
Yeah,
That's right.
MCGRO.
That's right.
We'll know what you're talking about. That's pretty good.
Raja Cameron Land. Look,
Tristan Leno.
I'm sorry, Leno.
Tristan Leno.
All right.
Defense for
Did not Jacker Furcus also play on the defense for a team as well?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe he's a right winger. I thought, but
Yeah, I don't think so, DH, but I could be surprised. 29, Edmonton Oilers. We're almost done. After that, we do the quiz tonight, guys.
well, can't wait.
man.
Steve G, Jack Devin for the Denver
I
Pioneer.
think they trade this. They're just gonna give it out. They're gonna trade this pick. So this is for Edmonton. I can't think of anyone
Yeah.
they'd like. Did they pick Gaucher?
No,
Chesley? I don't know.
you go with Gaucher.
Yeah, maybe.
Should be out for like forever. I don't know. You guys put him late. Winnipeg Jet, Mr. Enatap.
Leon Bichelle.
Oh my God.
Defenseman.
General manager. Oh yeah, that's right. I don't know. This is getting thin, man.
So his question,
Solomon.
TH, Michael, he was, did he play on a team get prioritize the defensive opposed to the offense?
I'm not sure. What, Moose Jaw? Maybe. I mean, I think they're just...
Focus, he talk about.
Yeah, Moose Jaw. You didn't play in Moose Jaw, right?
Yeah.
Wow. Grayson Sachin signed to a WHL standard player agreement with friggin' Seattle. Jesus, can't believe this.
So who's the next player now?
I just said it. Who was it? Solomonson.
Tampa Bay.
Oof.
Tampa Bay.
Did we pick Austin? Yeah, we picked him already.
I'm going to go with Ryan Chelsea.
I like Solomonson. All right, last one.
We already picked Pickering.
Green?
Who?
You said Green?
No.
Hudson?
Mazar still out there.
Yeah, that might not. For this pick, I'll take Mazar.
Nezar?
Yeah.
Yep.
Is it Nesar now?
Yeah, Mesar.
It's not a big deal. All right. That's complete, everybody.
M like Michael.
I've never heard of any of the last 6 picks they said, except the Focus.
Circus.
I'll be honest with you, TH. Debel Bezlus is a bit second round pick, but he have a couple that a lot of people put him at the bottom 4. Focus is good. Noel Warren, he should be on the second overall on the second round. Luno is going to be between 28 and 34. Michel is going to be 29, 30 to 36. Solomonson, I think it would be a little bit middle of second round, 40 to 50. And then Chesley, is some of them put him late first round. And Nezar, I think, will be a little bit more second round. But I think for me, Hudson should be there. Lane Hudson. But it could be at the beginning of the second round. Of course, it can be there. But that's pretty much around this. I think Owen Beck is another one. And I missed another player there.
Sam Rinsel.
I'm sorry?
Sam Rinsel as well.
Yeah. Look, Luno, we end up in Pittsburgh a little bit too early. 21. Look for Luno on my eyes. Here we go. You guys should pop up. And time for the quiz, everybody. Don't forget, guys, to click on the likes before you get out of the zone of the house tonight. We are 1 day before the NHL draft, guys, so get excited about this. Tonight is going to be a funny question, so enjoy.
Oh, my God!
Here we go.
Oh, my God.
Question number 1, 5 to go tonight. Question 1. How many letters the longest last name play in NHL history?
God.
13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
Is it hyphenated?
Does that
How many
count?
letters the longest last name play in the NHL history?
Ekman Larson.
Duda says C. Run with Kings, D.
So it's 12, 13.
This is a
So
question for
does hyphenated count then or not?
It-
That's what
I'm sorry?
wondering.
Does a hyphenated name count or not?
Only the
two
last
names?
name.
But there's two last names for like Ekman
No,
Larson.
no. Only one name.
One name. Okay.
Yeah.
I think who had last names that were long? I don't know. Like wait, but like because there was guys that had like two last names.
No, only
Right.
one.
He's saying only the last one.
Yeah, so it's not like a Smith and Larson and
Pelly.
boom, 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 boom.
Smith Pelly or Letourneau with LeBlond or for
No,
Boxa Carlson.
only one name.
I don't know.
So Angel said DH, Nicolas, and Luc Lafortune say A. They all right. Joseph, thank you so much. And Danny, I got it. Angelo, I got it. Rudolph, welcome back. John D, I got it. Jose Duarte, I got it. Charlie, I got it. RJ, I got it. Blackhawks. And Ron with King, I got it. And Mr. Enough that.
Like how?
Let me go with. Oh my God. B.
B?
14. Yeah.
Okay.
As in Bob.
Okay, Michael.
I think it's 14. Let's go B.
Wait, let me count Van Beesbrook. Hang on. VANBIESBROUCK.
CK.
So what is that? 13. That's 13.
It's gotta be more than 13. Maybe it's 17.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say.
I'm
sticking with.
I'm gonna stick with B.
B.
Yeah. With B.
All right.
14.
And what
The answer is B. Brackenborough.
All right.
Brackenborough is the last name played in 1917 to 1921. The number 2 was Weber's book about this one.
Let's celebrate the win.
looks good.
TH. And up top, and Michael Dividendo, guys, you take the lead.
Wow.
Question number 2. Since 1917, how many brothers played together on the same team during their career? 32
That-
brothers, 32 team, 32 play. 39, 47, 44, 47, 54. How many brothers? Example, brother Sutter, Bobby Hall, and
Hotman?
Dennis Hall. They play on the same team during the career.
Oh, by the way, I was hanging
At-
out with
at some
George
point.
Perros and Bobby Hall or Brett Hall the other night.
And I got Blackhawks, Duda. I got Ron. I got Charlie. I got Jose.
How do you know this? Like, I wouldn't even know how to count this.
TH, Real, Joseph. Real Salamé is the first question.
How
How
brothers,
many of
right?
the Sutters
Luc
have played
Lafortune.
together?
7 or 8 of them.
Well, there's 6 in the family. Then there's the Hextalls,
Oh, true.
Mahavlages, the Mahavlages,
True. The
who else?
Potvins.
Potmans, yeah.
Did the Trajes play together? Rocky and Brian?
Sorry?
Did Rocky ever play with Brian? Rocky Trache?
TH,
No, I don't think so.
and after TH said, I misspelled Van Bris's book. I count 14, and I got a good answer.
How do you know that?
You get half a point because
Oh,
I gave you the
Sedins?
answer.
The Sedins are brothers.
Here we go. What's the number, Mr. Michael Dividendo?
Good luck. It's since 1917.
47.
And out top,
47 again. 47.
47, sure. I'll go with 47 too.
47, both of you? Oh my God! The answer is D, 47.
No.
Thanks, Michael.
I'm blindly picking them from now on.
Michael Devilano in our time take the lead at 2. TH, Duda, Joseph Laham, and we have Angelo, and we have also our I don't know who got it. Rudolph. Rudolph got that one, of course. Rudolph, congratulations. Oh my God!
How many would they have? God, I don't know.
Question number 3. Which one of this list is not true about Keith Yandel?
Oh boy.
I only wear a jersey with a number 3 at least in the back. So he could also wearing number 33, 43, 63, and of course the number 3. I was drafted 4 round. I'm a retired as a hockey player. I signed free agent in the NHL during my career. I was traded 3 times during his career.
Which one is not true?
Which one is not true?
Wait, is Keith Yandel not playing anymore?
I think he's done now.
Is he retired?
Yeah.
He played this year in Philly, didn't he?
He got traded 3 times during his career? I thought it was more.
I have no idea. Like, he played Arizona, he played Rangers, he played Florida, he played Philadelphia. Where else did he play? Dallas? No.
He played in Phoenix, right?
Yeah, so Phoenix, Arizona. Or maybe Arizona. It's the same place.
Oh, maybe Arizona counts as...
Yeah, that's one place probably. It's not like they were saying...
He played with the Rangers.
He played Florida, and he played Philadelphia, didn't he?
Yeah. So that's 4.
So he would have been traded 3 times?
Traded 3 times.
Did he
It
signed
all
as a
depends on that Phoenix, Arizona, right? That's my word.
Was he even drafted? Yeah, I guess he was. So
yeah, he was definitely drafted 4th round. That much I remember.
Here we go. And out that.
I signed free agent in the NHL. That's true. I retired as a player. Yeah, I'm gonna go with E.
Which what?
E.
E. Michael?
Because there's Arizona, Phoenix. I think those are separate. Even though
one
it's
team,
the same.
I think, I don't know. Was he traded? I guess I'm gonna go with E. I don't know. The other ones make sense to me. Assuming he's retired. Is he actually retired? I think he's retired.
I think he retired this year. Yeah.
And Michael, what you said?
Traded, I guess.
3 times?
Yep.
Oh my God! You guys, you did pretty good. Again, we have E. Again, both of you are good. But a lot of people in the chat. And Duda, Angelo, and Rudolph take also 2 good answers. And many of you have 1 good answer. Congratulations for many of you on that one over there. Let's move on. Question number 4. About this one over there. Here we go.
Wow, are we really doing this well?
Doing good so far.
What's going on?
That's because we're helping each other.
I scored the winning goal in the final Stanley Cup for the Devils 2011, 2012. Who I am. I scored the winning goal in the final Stanley Cup and the series 2011-12. That's not said because this goal won the cup. It just said he scored a goal for the Devils 2011-12. Patrick Elias, Price Salvador, Peter Zekorak, Ilya Kovalchuk, or Stefan Gioda.
Steven Gioda? Price Salvador? God, who is that when they... That's when Kovalchuk was there, right? Is that when they had that playoff? Did they go to the final?
Yeah, I think so.
Yes.
With Kovalchuk? I don't know. I have no idea. 2011. Who won the cup in 2012? Was that LA? No.
I think so. No,
The
wasn't it?
Kings.
Yeah, the
It was the
Kings won
Kings.
it. Yeah.
God, I don't know.
Here we go. We need an answer.
Well, who's picking? It's Michael's turn.
What's the question? Hold on. Oh my God! It says Kovalchuk.
Kovalchuk. And after that, which one you
I
take?
think it's Kovalchuk.
I don't think it's Jonta.
It might be Johnson.
So which one? And after that?
It's the lesser Gion.
I'm gonna go with Kovalchuk as well then.
Kovalchuk. Ladies and gentlemen, we have only one guy got this answer tonight.
Oh
And it's
no!
not us.
The answer is B. Bryce Salvador, game number 5 of the playoff. Again, the Kings. Congratulations. Luc Lafortune is the only one got that one over there.
Good for you. I had no idea. It's funny. We had this like a week ago in another question. Now that I think about it, in a different way.
Bryce Salvador is a defenseman. Rudolph.
Both times.
Question. Last one of the night. If Michael and Octap have the right answer, they win tonight. If they don't, they maybe not win. And the NHL Draft 2010, which player has the most goals drafted from round number 5 to round number 7 on this list? Freddie Hamilton, Zach Troman, Anthony Pidedo, Tim Head, and Alex Friesen.
Oh my God.
Even though he's a defenseman, Pidedo's a defenseman. Has Freddie Hamilton played much in the NHL? I guess he played like last year. But Pidedo's played quite a bit. I don't know. Has Freddie Hamilton played much in the NHL? That's Dougie's brother, the older brother.
That's Freddie?
Yeah, Freddie's the older brother. Zach Traubman, I don't even know if I got in the NHL. But he's got to. He played in the last few years, didn't he? I can't remember. He played for Calgary for a bit, and then he played all. Ugh.
Here we go. It's your turn, ladies and gentlemen. Are you going together or you split?
God, I'm really tempted to say.
I have no idea.
Did Zach Traubman get any NHL games?
Here we go. Give me an answer.
I'm going to go with
I'm
B.
going
sorry?
A with
B.
B.
Trotman.
Zach Trotman. Michael DeVillano, are you going to follow him? You maybe win together, or you go with another answer. Maybe one of you two can win.
I think it's between A and C, and I'm going to guess it's Freddie Hamilton, but not by much.
You go with Freddie Hamilton?
Yeah, A. It's A or C. I don't know.
The winner tonight, Michael DeVillano. 4 and 5 tonight. Michael pick 2 times. He has 4 goals tonight. Freddie Hamilton 4 goals. Trotman 3 goals with Pidedo 3 goals. Ed and Friesen have only 1 goal, and one or two have 2 goals. So congratulations, everybody. And then Michael DeVillano is the winner of the contest tonight. Awesome job, both of you tonight about this one over there. And that's conclude, guys, the show for the another Power Play show. We'll be back tomorrow night, guys, 6:30. 6:30 tomorrow night. We start the show tomorrow night, and we have Andrew is going to take the spot at Michael DeVillano. Possible Michael join us late tomorrow night. And don't forget, we're going to be live at 6:30 all night long. Friday, we are live for the round number 2 at the beginning of the day. So I can't wait to see each one of you. Before you leave, don't forget to click on the likes. And, of course, we are going to remind everybody, you are awesome. You are amazing. You are the best. And remember, you have greatness inside of you. Thank you so much, everybody, for your participation at the Hockey Nation Live Show, the Power Play Show. Michael Dividendo, the winner of the show tonight. Of course, in our tap, another great performance. Again, both of you. Thanks to you to be with us. But before we leave, we want to remind everybody, of course, be well, be healthy. Find a way not only dominate your day, but find a way to dominate your second half of what, Mr. In our tap?
Your 2022.
2022. We love you, people. Have a great night. Sweet dream.
It's better to be lucky than good.
Here we go. That's happened sometime. Good job, everybody. Nicolas de Boubi, TH, Andy Cuivula, Luc La Fortune, William Snyder, Jose Duarte, John D. Thank you again for your super chat. Adam Berger, Danny T. Duda, Joseph Laham, Rudolph, Angelo, Real Deal Prim, Charlie Farrell, Luc La Fortune. Thank you so much, the moderator of the Hockey Nation Live Show tonight. This quiz would be my nightmare. Blackouts. I did not see a lot of good answers to you tonight. Have a good night, Adam. RJ. Have a good night, buddy. Thank you, and after that. The captain, Mr. Danny T. Roger Delaney, we love you, Roger. Thanks again, my friend. Be ready, NHL Draft 2022 with the Hockey Nation Live Show live at 6:30 tomorrow night. Zinit Gamin, we love you, buddy. Thanks again. Bonne nuit, mon lit. Shane Wright.